Arkford, a 6 days march northeast of the city, far enough for me to keep a low profile. The events in and underneath Farrington Manor compelled me to leave my usual field of activity for a while. Arkford's citizens have high standards when it comes to their prosperity. Nobody asks you how you amassed your riches, though, which made me fit right in. Still, I don't plan on overstaying my welcome, and after 3 months, I've seen about enough of this conceited town. Tonight's job will be my farewell present before I head back to the city. A stone bust called the Sleeper is currently on display in the local museum, the Harrogate. The bust is as ugly a piece of art as it is a coveted item among collectors. Instead of being a useless dust gatherer, it would serve a much better purpose if it earned me some money. So I'm going to make it mine. What makes this task interesting are the elaborate security measures surrounding the sculpture. The bust sits on a pressure plate that triggers the alarm at the slightest change of weight. I assigned a sculptor to create a replica of identical weight, which I'm going to exchange for the original. For the time being, that's the only detail I know about Harrogate's security system. Lucky for me, a renowned security inspector happens to be in town, and he has written a detailed report about the Harrogate safety precautions. And this report might prove useful in my endeavor. I also managed to befriend one of the museum's curators, Sheila Jennings, and persuaded her to borrow a few keys for me by tonight. It's time for me to pay the museum a late visit. The quicker I finish this job, the sooner I get away from Arkford. This town is starting to give me headaches. Hello everybody, playing some broken Triad. Here's what we have to do. The security inspector is currently staying in the Bathing Barrack Inn. Locate and steal his report and get some information. Sheila Jennings has promised to get me a couple of keys. How did I do that? Never mind. Get into the museum, swap the statue, and then turn all the security back on, because I'll have to turn it off. Get back to my apartment and try to avoid triggering the alarms. Totally simple. Not gonna be any complications whatsoever. Oh yes, and I have to buy things, but honestly, I can probably pretty much not buy anything. Like, I'll buy a rope maybe, and a couple of waters. I'm pretty sure I've played this without buying anything, so there's that FenPhoenix sculpture. It's pretty ugly. Yeah. Here's my little ticket, because you need a ticket to get into a museum. Yeah. Well then. Well. The Arkford Observer? The year's all blotted out. Controversial exhibit to remain in Harrogate Museum. Director, the Sleeper will not be removed. After the mysterious fainting of a museum visitor 3 days ago, residents now demand the removal of the sculpture The Sleeper from Harrogate's temporary exhibition. However, John Wilkerson, director and owner of the Harrogate Public Museum, does not intend to give in to this request. The lady didn't faint while watching the sculpture, but only after she had climbed the stairs to the upper floor. She should put the blame on her corset instead of jumping to irrational conclusions. The Sleeper stays where it is until the temporary exhibition is changed. The Sleeper, which is part of the museum's current exhibition, Life and Death, is a sinister stone figurine of an unknown artist who allegedly felt so appalled by his own creation that he dropped dead when he had finished it. Rumors are afloat that by simply seeing the sculpture, feeble individuals might lose their sanity. Mad beheaders still on the loose. City Watch remains clueless. For 2 weeks now, Arkford has been afflicted by a series of gruesome murders. Since the first discovery of a street beggar's headless body, there have been 3 more reported victims. It is feared that there are more to come. In a brief interview with the Arkford Observer, Sergeant Billings of the City Watch stated, "The murderer seems to pick his victims at random. Each of them gets their head cut off with a sharp weapon like an axe or a sword, and the killer only leaves the rest of the body for us to find. Anonymous sources also claim that the Mad Beheader, as the murderer has recently been nicknamed, carves strange symbols into his victims' chests. Citizens are directed to stay inside during the night and keep their houses locked at all time. The City Watch has been instructed to stop and question anyone suspicious walking in the streets after nightfall. Well, looks like a dangerous place. Now, of course, I'm all looking for loot in my own apartment I'm going to steal for myself, but no, seriously not. Well, now. I love these little lamps. They work. They look good, you know what I'm saying? Oh-ho. Oh-ho. All the pages are empty? No, really? All of them? How strange. Well, I would collect some of those and be on my way. Let's go out to rob the town. I got a funny feeling about this. What the? Huh?
What was that?
Indeed. What was that? Well, I'm sure it was nothing.
Looks like it's nothing.
Guys.
Think that was anything?
Nope. I don't think it was anything. Nah. Well, let's. Oh, you know, I could. There it is. Let's see how well I do at Ghost in the Streets here. Oh, let's see now. This mission, the architecture is fantastic, and I love everything. The attention to detail in this campaign, well, 2-mission campaign, is just fantastic. Delahaye Crematorium, thy remains are important to us, but your living body is not at all important, really. It is sort of a thing. It's just there. So actually, do I want to go up there? Well, I'm gonna have to go back here like several different times, so I might as well just go here first one time. Beautiful water in this mission. Absolutely gorgeous. He made new water just for this mission here. It's pretty great. Yes, indeed. It is great omatic. Alright. Get your frame rate up. Mr. Bulliston, I tried to talk to you in person, but you wouldn't answer the door. With this letter, I would like to remind you to make you once again aware of the disturbances your inventions are causing in the neighborhood. Since you decided to let your machines running day and night, without asking anybody for permission, I might add, the air in my house is charged with electricity. Lights go on and off all by themselves. Each time I try taking a bath, I receive periodical shocks, and worst of all, my hair defies gravity and any brushing attempts. Whatever you are doing up there, I ask that you shut down your machinery immediately. I've already informed the City Watch, and they promised me to look into it if you don't follow my request within the next 24 hours. Lisa Wigglesworth. Oh dear. Well, looks like something got broken. I'll find that out later on, but first... Who wants to wait for the elevator? Ah, nice picture there. He's some kind of professional scientist with big old weird shoulders. Yes. Details everywhere, you know? Personal notes. Tested Martin's suggested settings on prototype today. Efficiency of solar reception went slightly down, while lunar reception improved at an astonishing rate. Keeping spectral receptor active also during nighttime seems reasonable. Going to recommend adjustments to Director Wilkerson. Must locate Martin and ask how he calculated these figures. He claimed to have come all the way from the city just to visit me, and he even knew I had based the receptor on precursor technology. Evidently, my reputation precedes me. That was a terrible voice, but who cares? Well, I can't get in there because the door's got like a green lock on it. And everything here, like, almost everything in this mission is like a little hint as to how the plot's gonna go. Even seemingly innocuous notes. Whoa, okay, almost got caught by that guy, but didn't. I used to find it really hard getting up here until I realized you could just kind of go like that. But yeah. It's great. Careful now. Careful. Careful. Okay, I made that little joke
Is
reference
someone there?
already. Lady, what happened to your hair? Well, I mean, we know what happened, but like, it's funny is what I'm saying. So, uh-oh. And that is all there is to this, I guess. Uh-oh. Alright, next time I'm going to continue exploring the streets. So, see you guys tomorrow.